And away we go. Hey, folks, this is Jeff and Dan Show, and tonight we have topics of fucking nothing. We got nothing. So we're just going to sit here and talk, shoot the shit like we used to, and this is my buddy Dan.
Talk about everything, talk about nothing.
There we go.
Who's the greatest guys who ran? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Who's gonna be hard to forget? Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Tune in your bad moods. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Get you laughing crazy. Jeff and Dan, Jeff and Dan. Pull up a blunt and sit right down because it's time for the Jeff and Dan Show. Woohoo!
So we don't have an opening close. We don't have any of that shit. We're just sitting here playing, and we're gonna try a couple of new things here and there.
Jeff and Dan, off the cuff.
Yeah, basically.
Jeff and Dan, unmasked.
Yes, that's all.
Jeff and Dan, out of the closet.
Yeah.
I'm totally just kidding.
We're coming out the closet. Man, I need a good dick to suck.
Only one thing I like more than fighting, and that's sucking dick.
Don't mind
that's
us.
terrible. That's not a good way to get off. I mean, that's not a good way to start the show.
Maybe it is a good way to get off, but not to start the show. You're right. You're right. So we have a couple of things that we don't really have anything to discuss. We do, but we don't. But what we're doing is we're testing a few new options. We're running it through the machine, and in order for our fan base to actually, get used to maybe some new changes and stuff, First things first. A. Shemalive Music, who's the guy that's on YouTube, does background music. He gives it away for free. It's pretty cool. But that's what's playing in the background at the moment.
What's
and
his
name? A. Shemalive. Yeah, it's Shama. So Shama. And then Liuv, which is Luev. Which is, it's very strange. But if you guys ever need any kind of background music for your shows or whatever, if you're a podcaster, that is. Hell, if you just need background music for walking around town, then you can go ahead and look this guy up on YouTube and grab his shit and put it in the background of your life. So, that's one of the things we want to try out. We want to give this a shot and see what happens. Whether or not it's going to be super, super distracting, or if it's going to be something where we're just like, we like it. We like it. My papa like it. Yeah. So.
Do you have the Horatio sound effect handy?
Yes, I do.
I'm going to have to do one.
Oh,
I got to
okay.
do one.
All right.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Seems that Dan Ingram fell off the survey this week.
Nice.
In case
anybody doesn't know who Dan Ingram is,
do you know who Dan Ingram is?
I have no idea.
Oh, Dan Ingram was a popular DJ, not quite as big as Casey Kasem.
Oh
but
yeah, okay.
He was big in New York, and he had a national show, which is where the first time I heard him on the top 40 satellite survey he had in the mid 1980s, and I listened to him. And one of the odd things I did was we didn't have like shit like computers and stuff back then.
Oh yeah.
So I wrote the top 40 down on a piece of paper.
Okay.
And the next day at school, a couple kids in school would always come up to me and see what made the list. And
right.
But yeah, and he was very, very funny. So he died this week. He passed away.
Wow.
So
he didn't make the survey though.
He didn't make the survey.
Apparently not, because nobody fucking knew he's dead. It's like, oh, the guy's dead. Oh wow, that sucks.
Poor Dan. Who is he?
Yeah. One of the other things I'm going to attempt to work on in my own characterizations is try not to say the F-bomb quite as much, because I do tend to say the F-bomb quite a lot. So I'm going to try to prevent that from happening so much anymore, so that way we don't turn too many people off. Yes, that's right. I'm saying I'd like to turn more people on.
And in the spirit of things, I'm going to start saying the F-bomb more often.
Because we've got to keep that going. Because, it's... That's right, ladies. You got it right. Very good, very good. So, but that's our thing. We're going to be working on it tonight. So, what is happening in your world, my good man? What were we talking about a couple of minutes before we started this show?
Oh, we talked about my new contract job.
Oh, yeah, that's
where
right.
I go out and photograph mortgages that are underwater and take pictures of the house. My job is to establish any kind of occupancy there. Is there anybody living there?
Right.
Mortgage company wants to know. I'm not sure why. I guess it's to start immediate proceedings or to get proceedings along.
Right.
I guess they have to go through some kind of eviction process, just the same.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
But apparently this is a huge problem where people just aren't moving out.
Yeah. Yeah, they
And so they're
squat.
sending these people like me. I get a couple bucks to go out of the house, to go to the house, take some pictures, the front, the sides, see if there's any stacked mail. I take pictures of the lawn and garden, take pictures of any cars there, look in the window, see if anybody is sunbathing naked, take pictures of them.
That's right. That's
I'm
exactly
just
what we do.
establishing occupancy.
That's right.
Like,
That's
how
right.
many of me I can get inside of you for some fucking...
That's right. That's right. I'm going to look through the window. Oh my God, they're getting it on. Maybe I shouldn't take a picture of that.
Now for some video.
Pictures don't cut it anymore. That's just the way that it is.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I gotta go off on a tangent here and
Okay.
bitch about something, man.
Let's tear.
It's really, really starting to grind my gears,
Okay.
and I'm really starting to wonder: is it just me? Am I old and fuddy-duddy now, or am I just a dead animal along the road now?
Right.
Whatever the hell that means.
Free cat.
More and more women. Now maybe I'm sexist because I don't care about the guys.
Right.
More and more women are showing up with tattoos.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't like it. I can't stand it. And it's not just millennials.
You're right. It's older women.
It's everybody up to age 55 and beyond.
It's funny you should say that. I just saw one the other day and I was like, oh my God, you must be 90. What did they do? Did they like stretch you out and then like freaking start putting tattoos on? That's just fucked up, man. I'm sorry. I said the F-bomb. I should have.
That was only one.
That was only one. I gotta stop doing it. It's tough.
What's your opinion of tattoos on chicks?
I don't like tattoos on women. I really don't. I don't find it appealing. But see, here's the thing. The differentiation between you, me, and the millennials is that they don't care. They think, oh, whatever is sexy. Whereas we were built and raised on, the purity of a woman is sexy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The virgin skin, man. The virgin skin.
Yeah.
If a woman has a tattoo and it's in a hidden place, or a non-visual locale, something you're not looking at, like your ankle, I'm not bitching about that so much.
No.
But when that bitch is sleeved, I'm just like, what the heck are you doing? Are you out of your mind? Are you like for a rock and roll band? Are you going to prison soon?
I saw the prettiest girl in the face the other day. And she had a nice body too, but she was sleeved. Now, don't get me wrong, the artist in me really appreciates that's good artwork.
Yeah.
And it's colorful and very, very pretty.
Yeah.
But it don't belong on female human skin.
Right.
I
I agree. Any place that you're going to be looking.
Now, guys, maybe I do care about guys. Like, I'm probably more inclined to hire the guy that doesn't have tattoos.
Right. That's because it's our way. That's our nature. That's our conservative nature growing up in the backwoods of... No, I'm just kidding. No, that's just our way. And I totally agree. I think to myself, whenever I see a guy who has tattoos up and down the side of his face, I think to myself, prison much?
And why that?
Yeah.
Why
destroy yourself like that?
Yeah.
Why,
yeah.
And then you ask them, and of course their first, have you ever asked anybody, why did you do that? I have. I've literally walked up to somebody and be like, why would you do that? Why would you go and why would you I'm not trying to be...
Yeah, what the fuck's wrong with you?
I'm not trying to be a dick. I just want to know, man, what's the deal? Why do... And they're like, well, it makes me feel better about myself. That's one of the excuses I've gotten.
I don't know if that's excuse or if that's the real thing. Go ahead. What's
Right,
another
but
one
that-
you
But
got?
that's the thing. How does it make you feel better about yourself? I don't get that.
Your opinion of yourself is that shit.
Right? Are you that low to the ground that you freaking?
I think so.
It's,
I think people who do get that on the face,
Oh yeah, especially the face. But I'm talking about other parts. You
neck.
know? Yeah, neck, down the sides of their arms getting sleeved. Any place. And I'm just like that stands out really, really well.
Here's another thing that really grinds my gears since we're on it. Them damn earrings that both sexes are wearing. They're just like big, giant, quarter-sized things, and they just hang there.
Oh, you're talking about the plugs.
The plugs, yeah, they're stretchy things.
Yeah, make their earlobe all stretchy.
Yeah, and then when they take it out, it's like it got a hole in their earlobe. You can just yank on that shit.
Get in and start swinging. What's up, man? What's up? And it's that's messed up too. I don't like that idea of just deforming your body so much like that.
And then I thought about myself, because I saw this little boy today, and he was he wasn't a feminine little boy. He was like a masculine little boy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Little badass
Yeah.
little boy. He had his ear pierced, his left one.
Okay.
Then I waited for him to turn around. Sure enough, the right one was pierced.
Yeah.
Both of them with big, not diamonds, but
Like stud CZs or
yes,
whatever.
yes.
Right.
And it really, and did I look that unappealing?
We changed because through the 70s and 80s, you used to get the left ear pierced if you were straight and right ear pierced if you were gay. And then
Right.
somewhere along the lines, in the late 90s, early 2000s, somebody came along and said, hey, you know what? I don't give a shit about your standards of ear piercing. I don't care if it's left or right. Actually, 95, I remember a guy that had both of his ears pierced, and I thought how queer that was.
If you were to take the earring out of him, would he look queer?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Yeah, kind of taller black dude, really, strong, kind of, well dressed. Not well dressed as in like a tuxedo or anything like that, but well dressed as in his shit
manly-
coordinated, and you know what I mean. He looked good, smelled good, fucked good. Okay, no, he didn't.
Hung like a...
Yeah, no, but he definitely, and that to me was bizarre, and I thought, man, it's just, what is it with that? Like, didn't you know that you're supposed to only get it in the left ear? And I asked him the one time, and I said, you got both your ears pierced. Why'd you do that? And he goes, because I wanted to. He goes, did you know when you go to get your ear pierced when you're a guy, if you only get one ear pierced, it costs the same amount as it does to get the other ear pierced. Now, what would you rather see? A guy with one piercing in both ears or two piercings in one ear? And I was like, well, I think I'd rather see it in both ears.
Me too.
So I was kind of like, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. That's cool because it just sort of cuts out that standard that somebody created way back when. You know what I mean? It's, it was somebody invented that shit and everybody was like, oh, I got to get on board. I got to get my left ear pierced,
Dude, when you were growing up in high school, if you wore green on Wednesdays, were you
Yeah.
gay?
No, I don't remember that trend.
If you wore green on Thursdays, were you gay?
No, I don't remember that trend either.
Oh, wow. I guess it was just Pennsylvania
Must have been.
redneck schools. I got
Wailed.
my ass
You got
reamed.
for free.
Literally. Because I wore green on Wednesday this one. When did we make that shit up?
Yeah, exactly.
When did this happen? Everybody knows but me. I'm in my green damn pants.
Exactly. I think there's just been a simplification from the 90s on where a lot of those rules just got simplified.
Do you think they have other rules, or do you think they're just...
No, there's
Are
no
they
other
just-
rules.
are they
I don't
too
think
lazy?
I don't think they would have. Well, yeah, I think laziness has a lot to do with what we deal with nowadays. But then again, if you mix the two things, if you mix the fact that there's way too many rules, if you mix that with the sheer amount of information these kids today have to store in their brains, you mix those two things, and I promise you, the first thing that's going to happen is, hey, let's just simplify the rules. And that's exactly what's going on. And that's the reason why we had the asshole word of the week, cray, and shit like that. You know what I mean? And sus, and shooketh, and
Shooketh.
woke. Gotta stay woke. You know, man, I try to maintain. I try to stay the course. I try to be as positive and upbeat a person as I potentially can be without being too cynical or too much of an asshole. But I do, come off sometimes as an asshole. But okay, a lot of times. But the thing that I'm starting to notice is, and this really doesn't even have to do a lot with politics. It has to do with what I'm noticing is that we're dividing, and it's not along the political lines like everybody thinks. Although there is a lot of mudslinging on both sides, and both sides are usually wrong.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right.
That's
Exactly. Well, Democrats have been doing that. Well, Republicans have been doing... No, that's not fucking right. That's not the way that it is at all. You're talking about individual people, not, just because they kicked Sarah Sanders out from send her to KFC. Her fucking uncle owned that. You know what I mean? Colonel Sanders. Anyway. No. But seriously, the division is showing up, and there's a lot of people fighting on both sides. I'm going to give you a really great example, and I know this is probably going to infuriate the shit out of you. It has nothing to do with politics, which is really interesting here. It has nothing to do with politics. I read an article, and the title of the article, by somebody who supposedly has amazing writing capabilities, but very limited brains. You know what I mean? Like, they're amazing in their writing. They write wonderfully.
Roseanne Barr.
No, not her at all. No, I don't remember the gentleman's name, but the title, okay, of the piece was, "White People Are Cowards." Okay? No, listen. I know it's going to infuriate you, but just listen. I think
I got it. Go ahead.
Okay. The guy began the piece saying that there's a bunch of people in the world, and there's a division, and there's a racial divide. And he's right. There is a racial divide. I don't care what anybody says. You can say racism is going the way of the dodo, but it's not really gone. It's still here. The fact of the matter is, though, is this guy went on to specifically point out that white people aren't necessarily racist if they're sitting back, crying over the fact that a black guy got injured by a police officer or killed by a police officer. Because I don't know about you, but I've watched some of these stories. Just listen. I watched some of these stories of guys who have been arrested and killed by accident or killed on purpose. And I've gotten emotional sometimes. Okay.
You talk about cop killings and
cops killing a guy that got pulled over or whatever.
I get angry.
Yeah, well, I get angry too, but angry like emotionally angry, like frustrated and yeah. So basically, what he's saying is those people like me are not willing to stand up for those other people. What he wants us to do, or what we should be doing, according to this gentleman, is we should be standing up and arguing and fighting our way all the way to the end until we get the justice that these people deserve. In other words, I should be getting up out of my house every single day, and every waking moment that I'm not doing something that's important to me or important in my life, I should be protesting. And I should be protesting these unjust acts of violence and so on and so forth. Basically, because I don't get up and go out and do that, I'm a coward. Okay? That's the gist of this article.
I disagree already.
Oh no, I know. Trust me, I do too. And then I went on to read some of the comments below, and of course comments are, trolls, pretty much. They're ignorant. They have no bearing on anything. They're just...
I know, and I am so guilty of reading the comments.
And getting fed into it, don't you?
I know it is a waste of fucking time.
Yes.
F-bomb number 5.
Hey, that's cool.
It's a total waste of time, but I just can't help but get in. And sometimes I can't help myself and reply to one of them.
Right. Exactly. You
It doesn't matter if it's Facebook or Penn Live.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Then see, that's the thing. It's been a very difficult time for me not to say something to these people. Because their ignorance shows through. That's the thing. Their ignorance shows through. Because here's the problem that I have with this gentleman's thing. First of all, it's ignorant to use clickbait as your title. That's exactly what that is. Clickbait. White people are cowards. That's a clickbait comment. That's saying every single white person that has been on this earth, existed, and still exists, is a coward.
It's racist. It's just the same as
right.
Black people like fried chicken. And
right, exactly. Would they have the same opinion if I were to say black people are lazy? See, it's a clickbait. And whether or not it's actually true, which in this case and in any case that you would say that, is not true.
I don't think that's true.
Right. You can't come across and say white people are lazy or white people are cowards, because not every white person is coward. You know? They don't show cowardice. Not every single person is like that. Some people are racists. And that's the reason why they're not going to stand up for you. And he acknowledged that in his article. But he didn't change the title of the thing.
You know, you were right. We do have racism going on today.
Oh yeah.
I personally believe that I don't think we'll ever get rid of racism, because I believe humans are fallible. They
right.
fall and they eventually stain themselves, if you will, or whatever.
Right.
And ultimately, each person is out for themselves. Ultimately, I truly believe that.
Okay. Yeah. I 100% agree. I agree, even to people like yourself or myself who are not necessarily thinking, I need everything for myself. We do with other things for other people. So yeah, continue. Anyway.
And I guess maybe what I'm trying to get at is... Hold on, my communicator just went off.
Scotty, I'm going to need a triple cheeseburger with bacon. Send it down, please. Beam it down, Scotty.
White people are cowards. You know, maybe some of them. I think maybe another portion is we just don't know what to do anymore. If we even mention the word blah, you're racist. You're racist.
Right.
He's got a gun.
Yeah. Exactly. See, that's the thing. But that's also what they argue is granular, which makes sense, because he actually mentioned that in the article. Oh, sure, there's going to be some people who disagree because there's going to be some people that disagree because they're going to look at everything granularly. They're going to take it all down to the smallest details and go, well, yeah. If you're going to generalize a title for something, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that. That's exactly the way I'm going to do it. I wouldn't say otherwise. If he would have said, hey, these specific groups of people might be cowards, then maybe. But he didn't say that. He said all white people. And it's an implied thing that he says all white people when he says white people.
And it's something else I have to ask, because this has really been on me the last maybe, 2 months. Who is he protesting specifically to? The
Right.
Republicans or the Democrats? Well, I got news for you, man. They're both crooked and corrupt as shit. They both need to go.
Right, but in this article, he's smacking Democrats.
Smack them all you want to.
See, now you're okay with it. No.
I'm joining the Green or the Libertarian Party because I am tired of the Democrats and Republicans pitting all of us, against each other, only to keep their fat ass in power.
Right.
And that's all they're doing, is keeping their fat ass in power.
Yeah.
And I mean that. That is really all they are doing. That is all they want. They are out for themselves. Yes, if the economy is going good, that benefits them. They had their name on that bill too. Their fat ass is going to get a little bit more fatter because it's going to get reelected. It's not about my constituent Mr. Dan that lives in Dillsburg.
Right. Exactly. It's
So,
about him. It's about him and saving his
keeping
own
his power.
CYA and keeping power.
When 3/4 of them have served over 4 terms, what the F?
Right. And when 75% of the population agrees with term limitations for them, but they refuse to ever create a bill or vote for that kind of thing?
And why? Because you can't ask the fox, hey, fox, can you only eat 1 chicken a day?
Right. Exactly. It's in their nature.
Right. They're going to eat 2, 3. They're going to kill 4 and take 1 home.
Right. Exactly. Or just kill them all and just take one.
That's probably what they would do. Kill them all and take 1.
Yeah. Because they can. See, and that's problematic. And it is a big part. But you hit on something perfectly, and that's the thing. Is that the two parties are the ones that want to stay in power.
Yes.
They always will, and they've wanted to crush each other for Lord knows how long. But here's the thing: only since the 80s.
I think maybe I can agree with that most of it, but I see it a little bit different way. I see as Democrats are holding the power, holding the key, and the Republicans are playing along with them. They're the subordinate. They have allowed themselves to be the subordinate. Democrats' little sidekick whipping boy.
Little bitches.
Because, Democrats do things, that should get them elected out of the office. Why the hell aren't Republicans hammering the hell out of that? You got tons of money. Why don't you start buying some radio, TV ad for, getting that Democrat out of office there? Or
Well, they have. They have now.
Not as often as they should.
Well, the candidates that were running for governor here in the state of Pennsylvania were sure hammering the crap out of Wolf. Yeah, they were going to town, like tearing that guy's jugular. It was nasty, and it was like, but they were also going at each other too. And you know what? I don't really like smear campaigns. I never have. I don't think anybody really technically likes them. The problem, though, is that you have a bunch of, how do I say this without offending every single person on the planet? Stupid people that will buy anything that they're told. That's a lot of people, dude. A lot of people. I would say 80 to 85% of everybody that you know is like that. They'll believe shit that they see. They won't research. They won't do anything on their own.
Believe what they want.
Well, no. Yes, that too. But in this case, I'm saying believe what they're told. So, like, I could throw up a commercial and just be like, oh, yeah, I'm running for governor, and I'm going against Dan, and Dan used to suck dick for a living. And people will buy that.
I'm only doing it part-time now.
$15 a head. No. People will buy that. There is a group of people that will take that to town and go on social media and text their friends and email. Dan used to suck dick. I'm not voting for him. See what I'm saying? And that's the thing. But they didn't do any research. Nobody ever looked it up. But where did you see it? On the TV. Well, how do you know that's real? Oh, because it said right underneath. It was in the Chicago Tribune.
Yeah.
Did you suck dick in Chicago, Dan? I'm just kidding. Because
on the south side.
Right. I had a gun. No, and that's the thing, man. People will look at that and go, oh my goodness, it's official. But it's just like, there have been several movies through history that have done this. They've taken apart what a reviewer says to make it seem like their movie's awesome. Like, the review might say something, the reviewer, Peter Travers is a great, person to talk about here. Because people tear his shit apart all the time. Anyway, he's sitting there and he's like, this is quite possibly one of the worst movies I have ever seen in my life, even though it had this redeeming quality. And the people will take the first part. This is probably quite probably the and ... best movie I've ever seen because of this redeeming quality. See what I'm saying? So like they take it out of, and that's the thing you have to pay attention for, especially the ellipses. If you see those little ... dots, well, what was there to begin with?
Right.
Right. Are we skipping over something? Because honestly, you could take pretty much what anybody says and reword and restructure what they said and make it seem like they're anti whatever they are not anti.
Mad Magazine was great at doing that.
Yes.
They would take a movie review And the movie review would say, this movie sucked ass and it was terrible. Don't even bring your family. The popcorn was stale. You're going to fall asleep. And what Mad Magazine would take that ad, darken all the words,
Right.
and then just highlight words to make their own sentence.
Right.
This movie was great.
Right,
Bring
right.
the family.
That's true. Yeah, they were really good at that.
Oh, that was one of my favorite magazines, and I am so sad because the internet kicked them out of business. Is Mad still around?
Yeah, they still put out publication.
They're
You
not
have to
as
go to a
funny.
newsstand.
They're not as funny as who was that guy? Al Jack.
Al E. Newman.
No,
Alfred E. Newman.
no. The writer, Jaffee.
Yeah,
something like that?
Jaffe. Yeah.
Jaffe.
Yeah.
He was the shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is he still around?
I don't know, but there's other people that can carry on his tradition. I'm pretty sure.
Well,
That's like creating a comic book. You know, you do like the first 3, but eventually you'll have a group of writers or drawers, artists
and
that
then-
can do it.
Yeah, because everybody can draw Snoopy after a while.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Or Garfield. I did Garfield a lot.
You did Garfield a lot?
Yeah. He didn't like it, but it hurt him a little bit. But,
John, this guy's fucking me in the ass again.
I gave him lasagna. He was cool. That opened him up. No, but yeah, that's man, it's just you've hit the nail on the head, and that's the biggest
Ding.
problem. And I don't think we're ever going to be able to get beyond it unless we destroy the government, which I am suggesting right here, right now. Let's take down the government.
One vote at a time.
You can say it however you want, but to be honest with you, I'm sick of looking at it. It's like an old shitty barn that you're driving down the road and you're just like, wow, that's a really old shitty barn. I wish somebody would just tear it down and start over again.
Dude, I agree. Well, two things. First of all, there is some movement out there to get a convention of states going, which is basically rewriting the Constitution. I suspect what they would do was just add to the Constitution and take a little bit out.
Right.
One of those things would be term limits.
Yeah, that'd be great. I think adding term limits is a good idea, and I think two rounds is usually about
That's
the
enough.
healthy. Yeah,
That's enough.
About
if
that
that's
point.
good enough for the president, that's good enough for everybody else.
right. Go ahead.
The other thing, let's see, what were we talking about? Term limits and
You were talking about the states getting together and creating like a new constitution.
what was before that? Oh shit!
I know, right?
Oh
Right into the wall.
yeah. Well, then just change the topic to something else. Then
Let's not get into politics.
let's talk about sports.
Let's not talk about dicks. Yeah, sports. We can talk about sports. I'm not very good at it because I don't pay attention to sports, so it's going to last 3 seconds. But,
Unless you're a baseball fan,
there ain't much for sports right now.
there's
except for
nothing going
the
on.
FIFA World Cup, but that's about it.
Well,
Fuck them. Sorry, but that's just the way it is.
poor soccer has just not gotten the. It's been gaining in popularity, but ever so slow chunks.
Yeah. Yeah, the United States is crazy about that. I don't know.
I mean, NFL loses more people a year than soccer gains.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm telling you, man, all sports for me now is just, I don't even care.
I'm starting to get to be that way too, except I still love my football, man.
Yeah.
In hockey, I'm starting to get more and more into. Hockey is an amazing sport.
Yeah.
And it's a damn shame. That's one of them things I could never do.
Right, yeah.
I couldn't even roller skate right. I was a goofy ass roller skater.
And ice skating's even harder.
How the hell am I going to ice skate?
Yeah.
Well, I did try it, and I spent more time on the
Yeah.
ice than I did actually skating. So
Yeah.
I gave that up pretty quick. But I tried it. But I couldn't do it. But damn, does it ever look like a lot of fun?
Oh, yeah.
And baseball has just become boring.
Yeah.
And
To an extent, it is boring because it's an overall game. You have to watch it for the overall effect.
right, it's a chess match.
Right. Yeah.
It is a chess match.
Yeah,
There's
it's
not a
total
lot
strategy.
of action in chess matches.
Right. And a lot of people that still love baseball. Don't get me wrong, I like baseball, but the people that still love baseball are in it for statistics. They're in it for the stats, and they're in it for the knowledge, basically. So they can
Math, numbers,
yeah.
junkies.
So they can tell their friends, oh yeah, look, it's a infield fly, or it's a pop out, or it's a a line out, or you know what I mean.
You
Like
would score that as a 4-2-3.
Yeah, exactly.
4-2-3 double play, and he hit 37 home runs this year, batted .311.
Right. His
And,
ERA against right-handed pitchers named Bob. Yeah.
And he also manscapes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he's got a little town right here on his shirt, on his chest. Take off your shirt. Holy it's got trees on there. How the hell do you do that?
What are all these woody plants? Do you know what my wife sent me today?
No.
An advertisement, which is really weird.
Yeah.
An advertisement for a back shaver. It's a back shaver on
I've
a
seen
long,
it. It's
long
like
handle.
yeah. I've seen it. I've seen it. My wife does because I don't have any hair on my back, but I've seen it. I know exactly what you're talking about.
I don't know why she is sending to me this because my back hair is just patches.
Yeah,
patch here and patch
spotty,
there and patch there, and that's it.
And it's not even like it's sparse. It's not really dense.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And I just want it gone.
Yeah.
She refuses to shave it for me.
Oh, jeez. Well, that's the reason why she sent that to you. She's like, you got to do it yourself.
Oh, I think you're right. I am allowed to do it myself. The only problem is it's going to come in bushier. And I know science and doctors say, well, that's just not the case, Dan. Oh, yes, it is.
Yeah, you just watch.
I'm gonna
You shave it, and all of a sudden, a big stripe of bush starts coming out behind it. Man, it's crazy. Holy hell!
I started braiding it.
I think you just had a Jewish man pop up on your back. Damn. Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy. No, but sports, man, I don't have much to say about sports. Another reason why baseball is kind of one of those, like 160 games. Like, who the hell wants to sit around for 160 games, man?
Again, it's got to be a numbers junkie.
Except for hockey, I think. It's the longest running sport.
Hockey and basketball pretty much run the same, close up to 100 games.
Yeah.
Like,
So-
I think basketball has more. But yeah, in hockey, and the weird thing about hockey, or is it weird? I don't know. They start in October, which is fine. It's fall.
Yeah.
But they don't end to the middle of June.
Yeah.
Now tell me, even in Canada, where are you playing natural hockey at? In June?
Exactly. I think they just expanded it until it got bigger and bigger. Because I honestly remember it being only in the winter. At one point in time, it was like maybe November, which isn't quite winter, but November to like April. Or no, not April. Shoot, what was it? March, I think.
Same way with basketball.
Yeah, it just keeps expanding and expanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NFL still has 16 games.
Yeah.
So
Well-
tell me, who the hell's wrong here? Oh, well, they did do a little bit of modification by not making them all on Sunday. I mean, it started in the 70s with Monday Night Football. And then they had Sunday Night
The
Football. and then they had
players
Thursday
don't
Night
like
Football.
that. The players don't like that.
I know, they
Because
like it. regular.
Football is a game where you can't play 160 games, because if you play 160 games,
You're dead.
you're dead. I don't even think in your lifetime you will play an entire 160 games.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Well, that's 10 NFL seasons. Maybe. Doubtful, but
But that's if you're starting too. Yeah,
Right.
you'll pay. Yeah, I would say if you're a decent player, you'd probably see
you
160
can make
games.
160 games.
Yeah, but by then, man, you're ready to retire,
But
and you've got hip problems.
Yeah. 2 knee replacements.
Right, a broken bone, an ACL tear, or freaking, yeah, you're buying it by that point. Which is cool because, guys, we like to get hurt. We like to get messed up. And then we turn 40 and then we're like, no, none of that. Oh, shit. Have you noticed as you've gotten older, things are getting slower?
Slower?
Like you've slowed down, like I don't know if you've ever had any of this type of situation, but like I went to go make something the other day for dinner, and I started realizing, oh, you know what? I'm gonna make this this one nice dinner for everybody. And it used to be when I was younger, I would just throw it all together, throw it in the oven. It would come out half baked, half crappy.
It was food. You still got the same end result. Your belly felt better.
Right, exactly. But then I started realizing, other people make this and it tastes way better than mine. So what the hell am I doing wrong? So then I realized, well, maybe I should just do it a little slower. Just take my time. Don't rush into it. Another really great example is building things with like wood. Used to be I just, and then I was done. And I'm like, look at this. It's a pretty toolbox. You like it? Then I started realizing, man, everything that I would build like that just breaks or turns shitty, and nobody has an appreciation for shitty things. So then I started taking my time now and building things with a little more accuracy.
Did you get slower or smarter?
I think I got smarter.
Smarter.
But at the same time, that requires you to sort of take your time.
I've noticed I've slowed down a little bit physically, not willingly though.
Yeah.
Not willingly.
Yeah.
I want to be the. That's just my damn knee problem right now that I'm having.
Yeah.
Which, anyways.
That sucks.
I got some good medical news.
Good medical news.
Yeah. I'm not diabetic.
Oh, that's
I'm
good.
not pre-diabetic. I'm not
good.
post-diabetic. I am Dan. I'm normal. My
Healthy as a moose.
My fasting blood sugar was 111, even though I did cheat that test.
Yeah.
How, Dan, did you cheat a blood test? Well, I just used somebody else's blood.
Come here, give me your arm.
The day before my test,
Yeah.
I ate very little sugar things or things that would turn sugar. It was a protein all day. I had 2 iced teas,
Yeah.
a strawberry, and some cereal. Those were the only things I had that had sugar in. The rest was bacon and eggs.
Keto diet and shit.
Yeah, and you know what? It worked.
Yeah.
Or else that shit would have been 124. My doctor was ready to put me on diabetes medicine.
Really?
Yeah, she was ready. And it's like,
Ready to if you're not even pre-diabetic?
well, I've been running. Well, see, that's,
You've been kind of running high.
I've been running 124, 117.
I gotcha.
Said, but my ACLU1 has been like 5.4, 5.3, 5.4.
Yeah, that's low.
Yeah, that's low. That's great.
Yeah.
So why is my fasting sugar... And I'm having another problem, which I didn't tell my doctor this. I don't know why I'm telling the whole world this. Maybe my doctor will listen to the show.
Maybe.
For the last 4 or 5 years now, I've been getting morning sickness.
Maybe you're pregnant.
Nobody's fucked me in the ass, Jeff.
Sorry, man.
I've swallowed everything.
Damn.
No, I'm getting perverted now, and I don't mean to do that.
You perverse you. But yeah.
It comes and goes, and I no idea, no rhyme or reason why I get it. We'll just say I'll wake up in the morning feeling fine,
Right.
and then I'll get nauseous all of a sudden, and I won't throw up. I'll get really. Nauseous is the only word I can think of.
Is there no other effects, no other symptoms? Like you don't get dizzy or
Nope.
nothing. It just comes on and you feel like you're gonna get sick.
I feel like I'm going to get sick. I've never gotten sick. Now, I've noticed a couple things will take it away, and
Yeah.
afterwards it gives me intense hunger. First
Okay.
one is marijuana,
Okay.
but the hunger pains are way more than munchies.
Right.
And the second thing is if I go back to bed, or if I take a nap. I notice a lot of times napping or going to bed just resets your system.
Yeah.
So if you got a headache because your veins are all clogged up, take a nap. The veins will unclog, you'll feel great.
Sleep heroin.
But you know what I mean, though, is like the body kind of resets itself.
Right. Yeah.
But, so that's what would happen is I would reset itself, but I would wake up with intense hunger.
Wow.
And I don't understand. It's been going on for 3-4 years now. I haven't told my doctor.
Huh. That's very strange. I wonder if it has anything to do with your gallbladder.
I don't know.
That is very strange.
Maybe since I'm not.
When's the last? What time do you eat at night? When's the last time you eat?
Well, if I let myself, I'll eat
2 minutes before I go to sleep.
pretty much bowl of cereal time.
Yeah,
bowl
there
of
we
cereal time. Or we got any chocolate?
Where's that ice cream?
And that is my horrible thing. You know, I'll make sure I won't eat really late supper, even though I can't help it.
Right.
I'll eat at dinner, and then I won't touch anything else.
Yeah.
But close to bedtime, man, I can't go to bed on an empty stomach. But I usually do eat something. That's my terrible habit. That's probably one other reason why I'm big boned. And
Damn.
yeah.
Big boned.
Jose's on a vacation far away. Girl, I'm getting a boner.
Getting a boner. Yes. No, but I don't know, man. That's very strange. You should do some internet looking on that.
Maybe
Why it would be though? Why? Maybe you need Prilosec.
I did have a problem 8 years or so ago. Same doctor.
Yeah.
I felt like that I wasn't swallowing all my food.
Like part of it stays on the back of your tongue?
Lower.
Oh.
Lower, like where the neck meets the chest. Seemed like when I would eat stuff, it just seemed like something would just stay there.
Yeah, it would get stuck.
It wouldn't cause my gag reflex or anything, but it was just there to annoy me.
Yeah.
My doctor did prescribe me Prilosec, and that helped.
Yeah.
And then I quit taking it, and I no longer feel like I've eaten peanut M&Ms and lodged in my throat.
Well, the one thing you don't want to do is take a pump inhibitor for too long, like Prilosec or Zantac or any of that shit, because it does irreparable damage to your body. There's nothing you can do to repair whatever happens to it. But you can take it short term, and they do suggest if something's problematic for long enough, you should try it just to see. I have a similar problem to yours, but mine isn't nausea. Mine is I'll go to sleep, and if I've eaten anything within an hour before I go to sleep, I'll wake up throwing up and choking on it. Yeah, so it's like, and I'm like, I'm trying to breathe and I can't breathe because it's in there. And you know how, I don't know if you've ever experienced it, but usually when you swallow, you are breathing in. Okay? I have to retrain my body now to breathe out while I'm swallowing.
Oh, that's not easy.
No, not at all. It's a pain in the ass because especially if you're not paying attention and you do it wrong, you will choke. Which is annoying as hell.
Oh,
My wife hates that shit. But the thing is, when that thing happens at night, in the morning or whatever, it comes up. It's basically vomit. It comes up into my esophagus, goes into my air tube while I'm breathing in, and then I wake up and I can't breathe because I can't get any air. So, of course, the first thing you're supposed to do is the Heimlich maneuver. But that's the thing. You don't have to do the Heimlich maneuver if you can force your body to eject. Your mind is saying, okay, I'm still breathing in. I need to keep breathing in. Okay, but you can't because you know you're going to choke to death on this, whatever it is. You don't want it going too far down into your lungs. So what you have to do while you're breathing in is stop yourself from breathing and then forcefully push it back out again, which is not an easy thing. Not at all. And it's the only way that I'm able to. And now here's the funny part. Well, it's not really funny. It's actually probably going to kill me. When you start vomiting, okay, it comes up into your throat, gets into your air pipe, you start choking. My immediate reaction is, and I kid you not, dude, back issues or what? Broken neck, broken arms, slinged up, whatever. I jump right up out of bed. Completely vertical in less than a second. I kid you not. That's how fast it is. My wife hates that because I always wake her up with it. And I'm trying to get a breath in, and I can't get the breath in.
It's scary.
It is. It's very scary. But here's the worst part. While you're trying to push that air out, you are able to do it. But the problem is the muscles you have to do it are also squeezing your esophagus, which is now pushing up more vomit, which is now going into your air tube. So it's a ridiculous cycle of get it out, put it back in, get it out, put it back in. That's what she loves. Anyway, no, I'm just kidding. That's really what you're just you're coughing, you're trying. Dude, I've gone to the extents of literally throwing up everything that I possibly can from my chest on the floor, wherever it is. I don't care. I'll clean it up, what have you. But I gotta throw it up. And I've been in situations where I've just been drooling. My whole face has been covered in puke, and I'm still trying to get the stuff out. Because every time I get it out and I go to breathe in, my esophagus closes down again and it pushes more acid back up and it goes in, and it's one redundant cycle, man. And it's so scary because you don't know if this is it. You're kind of thinking to yourself, this could be it, I died like Jimi Hendrix. I choked on my own puke, you know?
Wait,
That's,
let me go pull on my pants and sit on the toilet. I want to be like Elvis. you know, maybe.
I just got the visual of it. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to die like Hendrix. Fuck. Run over to the toilet. Aneurysm. All right, anyway.
Maybe this will help. This would really take a presence of mind to do this, and I think you could do this if you trained yourself.
Yeah.
When that happens, catch yourself. Stop everything, and relax. Now,
I've tried that.
You're not going to be taking in air, so your body's going to be kind of like, you know.
That's what I have to do in order to breathe out. You have to come to a stop. You basically can't be jumping around or anything.
Right, but you can hold your breath for at least 15 seconds without gasping.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's what you have to do. That's what I'm saying. When your mind is telling your body you have to breathe in, trying to override your mind to make it stop from breathing in requires you can't do anything. You have to stop doing anything and then sort of focus on trying to get this to come back out. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so it is kind of like that.
Have you ever been in a predicament at somewhere where you had to poop and you couldn't poop?
Oh, yeah.
Did you ever have a conversation with your bowels and say, look, guys, just calm down for now, please.
Yeah.
And I promise you we will take care of this. But I need you to calm down, okay, guys?
Sure.
I tried doing this before, and yes, it does work.
It works. It works.
But
every single time. A shy bladder. I used to get that as a kid. I used to do that. Just be like, oh, man, there's nobody in here. Just fucking go to the bathroom, please. You know? Okay. And then it starts going, then somebody walks in the door. It's like, shh. And I'm just like, you asshole.
Wait, coming out.
Or get now where it's just little spurts. Another.
Let's talk about something else.
Okay, let's talk about something else.
We're soon going to be getting the prostate exam because we're at that magical age.
Yeah, I already have my prostate exam. Are you talking about the colonoscopy?
No, not the colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Do they do that? Do they do that while they're in there?
Well, yeah, pretty much, because the fluoroscope, they have to sort of take it through there.
Oh,
and
you
see
had
everything.
Oh.
That's what the colonoscopy is.
Right.
Yeah. I haven't had one. No, I haven't had one yet. But
Okay.
my doctor's been like, you're going to soon have one. No, I'm not.
Dude, I promise you, in a colonoscopy, the worst part is choking down that shit to drink.
Yeah, that citrus,
That's the worst part.
magnesium citrate.
Other than that, oh man, the drugs they use is damn good. I wish I could find some of that in the street. But that you get a real nice buzz for about 2-3 seconds. It feels good.
Fentanyl.
Is that what they give you?
Oh, where'd it go?
Why is it dark in here?
Why is that guy over there playing the violin? What exactly are they putting in my butt? Yeah. No, I haven't. I have not had it yet. I have had other surgical or other procedures very similar. Liver biopsy, for example. So I kind of know what to expect. But yeah, the Twilight drug is what you're talking about. It has a name. It's like Prevat or something like that.
Or the Cosby.
The Cosby. But no, that's not something I'm looking forward to. I don't.
Well, I can. You can handle that. You can handle that. You just got to choke down that stuff.
I've done that before.
You've done that before.
Yeah, when I had severe constipation, I couldn't get anything. I was locked. I couldn't get anything out.
Damn.
Yeah, I was like, dude. And when it finally came out, it was like. Then I was also like, God, that hurt. That was a lot.
Man, I think I just had a 8-pound baby boy.
Yeah. Not the right color, but it's all good.
I'm gonna love him anyways.
That's right. He's mine. I love you.
But I
Oh, I'm not giving you any kisses.
But I got the prostate exam coming up here, and I'm curious to know, how do they do it? What is it?
Basically, you just walk in the doctor. You walk into your own anus. No, you go into the doctor's office. The doctor says, "Okay, I just need you to turn around and bend over, pull your pants down." You got to pull your pants down. You bend over, and then it's basically like Fletch. Remember Fletch?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does that thing with. I think it's Fletch where you got
Oh,
that.
it's
time.
Fletch.
Yeah.
Are you using two fingers, Doc?
Exactly. Exactly. That's kind of basically all it is. They do finger inserts, and they basically look around and just do a bunch of feeling in your butt. I got some feeling in my butt.
I got a doctor in my butt.
Yeah. So.
Well, is it true? Well, can a man ejaculate with somebody playing with his asshole?
Sure.
Oh my God, that's true?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's not gonna happen, man. It's
not
It's a
going to happen.
stimulate-
That's famous last words. You're not going to feel a thing.
It's gonna suck. You're gonna hate it. No, it's weird because I have a female doctor, so she did my last one, which was only a couple months ago, because I was having some problems peeing, and I thought, oh God, here it is, prostate cancer. I got it. And she's like, no. She went in and felt around and stuff. She's like, it seems like it's okay. Your prostate doesn't feel swollen or there's no nodes or anything. So I was like, well, that's good. But tell me why I can't pee, you know? Damn chlamydia. No, I'm just kidding. No, it wasn't that. I don't get STDs. I'm a good boy. It's just shocking at first. That's all it is. Luckily, my doctor's a small Asian woman, so sticking one to a fist, it doesn't matter. Because I couldn't feel it. You know, it's kind of like, okay, whatever.
It's the size of a man's pinky when it's an Asian.
Her whole arm.
I feel your tonsils.
Can you pick that booger for me? Too far back.
I have an Indian doctor, and I totally trust her, and I totally think she's great and good.
Yeah.
But she's a female.
Yeah.
And I don't care if you're female or male. I don't mind disrobing in front of a doctor. But
Sure.
any doctor with their finger in my butt is not something I'm looking forward to.
Right. It's not something you're going to look forward to.
And the last thing I want, male or female, is to blow a big load on their examination table because I couldn't control myself. You press too hard on that damn thing, doctor.
No, it takes stimulation for that to happen. It won't happen. You'll be fine. You would have to be, trust me, it takes a lot for it to happen. It's not something that's simple.
Is there such a... I watch too many movies and let movies get the best of me. Is there such thing as a procedure called milking the prostate?
Yes.
Oh my God!
That's exactly what that is. Porn has a whole section on that, milking prostates. Yeah. It's basically just women, and it's
People
fucking
wanna
wild
get
too.
off?
Yeah, it's wild too because women will, like, the guy will be on all fours, and the woman will have two fingers jammed in his ass and jerking his dick in the front. Yeah, seriously, that's what it is. And then and she's like pushing down on his prostate, and it takes a while, man.
I
It
can't
takes a
wait
while.
to get home tonight. Honey, you better be awake.
No, you will never, that's why I'm saying you will never see one of those videos that's only 30 seconds long, because it just doesn't happen. Your prostate can't be milked by, just by one hit or two hits.
Oh, it also has to have some action
Stimulation,
going on in front.
Right. Well, yes, yes and no. Let me give you an example. When you get kicked in the balls, or not even kicked in the balls. I've been kicked in the balls and it really doesn't hurt that bad. When somebody glances your balls, oh, you almost, oh, fuck, oh, you know what I mean?
I gotta throw up.
Right. Keeling over and get ready. I just found out not that long ago the reason why that happens is because when they get grazed, they release a certain amount because it's a very secured place on your body. It has a lot of controls.
You have ID?
It's got its own head.
You have ID? You got security clearance?
You top secret? All right, let's go. No, but because it's supposed to be protected really well, it has a lot of controls. It has the ability to do things to your body and make your body, misfunction or malfunction. So when you get a glancing blow to the balls, the reason why you get The reason why you get your stomach starts to hurt really bad, like like you're gonna poop or you're gonna throw up or you're gonna do both.
Because they're both up in there and they're pushing on it?
No. It's because your testicles have now sent a message to release adrenaline for you to fight and protect yourself. That adrenaline floods your system and you don't have a chance to process it. Which causes your stomach to get shitty and
The last thing I want to do, the last thing I need when I'm fighting is to be nauseous.
Yeah.
But then again, blah,
yeah.
they be running.
Yeah, exactly. Fire hose their ass.
Come here.
Yeah. That's actually, there was a movie back in the 80s called Diner, which was about these 4 guys. They were like hanging out. They're like badasses, but they would like wear suits all the time and stuff. Anyway, there's this one fight scene in the movie that I had never seen this before. And I know it to be true because this kind of thing has happened to me. Where the guys get into a fight and the one guy gets punched in the stomach and he just immediately pukes all over this dude and he's just fucking... It's like a fire hose of vomit just coming out of his mouth. And I know that happens because I've been hit in the stomach necessarily, whether or not it was somebody that hit me on purpose or if it was football or whatever. And yeah, it's no pleasant feeling. And
have you ever thrown up because you were too over physical, over strenuous, or when you're out on the football field and play after play after play, and you keep going and you're running out of energy.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Have you ever done that?
Only once.
I've never done that. I'm not asking to do it, but
I don't want to.
I saw that on TV with the Pittsburgh Steelers once.
Yeah.
Number 94, Lawrence Timmons. He actually had a reputation for doing that.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was nerves or what, but he would toss
cookies.
Something in the first quarter. One night, the TV camera was on him, and he did it.
Oh, geez.
He just looked like a water fountain. Just coming out. Is that sweat, or did he throw up?
My God, he's dripping with anticipation. All right, man. Well, we've reached our hour.
We've reached
around our hour. And milked it for everything it had. But no, it was good. I think the music thing will work. I would like to try a variation of music though, because this is that was lasting a little too long with the same thing. It did get mind numbing. You know what I mean? Like you became just sort of okay with it. You know what I mean? Like we were just able to talk around it. And
tuned
stuff.
out.
So, yeah, basically. So we're going to sit here and we're talk for a little bit to figure out what we're going to be doing with the show, and hopefully we'll be able to share that with everybody here soon. But we may be taking a hiatus for a couple of weeks. We'll see here in a few minutes. But yeah, that's pretty much the show for today. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, you'd like to drop by, stop by jeffanddan.com. That's jeffanddan.com. Say hello to my little friend, and he'll say hello back because he's a midget. Yeah.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
Yes, or you can reach us at jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com. That's jeffanddan at jeffanddan.com. Make sure to drop us a line, or you can call our new 1-800 number, 1-800-GO-FUCK-YOURSELF.
G-O.
PHUQ. No, I'm just kidding. No, we don't have a 1-800 number yet, but we will eventually someday have some phone lines, hopefully.
Whatever happens, we will be back.
Yes. We will be back. We might change. We may not. Who knows? I might come back a little gayer. Or I might come back a little bit more manly.
And I might come back a little bit more straight.
Or I might just come. We'll have to see. Anyway, so that's it for the show. We hope you have a wonderful week. And Dan, give away our ending. What's the ending you usually read?
Oh, have a good night and a great week.